I'm really interested in peer-based learning. I've been involved in peer education from the very early days when no one was really doing peer education, and I've seen peer-based learning work really effectively, particularly around disengaged young people. I like developing programs that are kind of holistic, so not just focusing on drugs and alcohol, but focusing on, you know, skill building, confidence building, asset building, you know, making young people be, you know, more confident and start raising their aspirations, so they're looking at what they can do rather than what they can't do.
Yeah.
And drug and alcohol education, you know, fits nicely into that, but it's only a kind of small part.
If I was engaging a young person about drugs and alcohol, I wouldn't jump into the street and go, "Hey, did you hear about drugs and alcohol?" No, you find something that they're interested in first and then build on from there.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, James?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's about building the relationship first, especially if you're talking about, you know, drugs and alcohol or sexual health or something like that, because you have to have a trusting relationship with the young person first, so that they accept what you're trying to tell them as well. You know, young people don't want you to tell them what to do or what to think, you know what I mean? You have to approach it in a way where you're opening up dialogue and conversations, and they're interested in what you've got to say and engaged and happy to talk to you about how they feel as well.
The group basically, the setup really is they come in, they sit down and have a casual chat, and then we make dinner, you know, and after dinner we play games. We go to the sports hall and we play games, get some physical activity, and then they go home. But what the main thing and most important thing of the boys group is when we're having dinner, we set up like a family sort of environment of sitting down at a dinner table. Now you would get more out of those boys sitting down, having their dinner in a family setting, kind of as such, and they would get so much out of them, and that's the easiest way to ask questions, rather than sitting them all down in a circle and talking to them.
Yeah.
So it kind of breaks, they don't realise maybe what they come out with because they feel comfortable maybe. They're very apprehensive of sitting around a table first of all, because they're not used to it. I don't think they get it at home. But sit them down and then maybe just drop a question, and you'd be amazed at what you find out.
Like Connor was saying, most of the quality interventions I've had on a one-to-one basis with young people are when you're washing dishes or just doing some inane task. And as long as you have a kind of open and respectful dialogue, young people want to know, you know, if they will have questions, and as long as they respect your ability to say, well, I don't know anything about that. So you don't, you know, you're not spinning them a yarn, you're giving them facts, and in a way where it's dialogue driven. You know, I find that young people are always open to that once they realise, like you were saying, you know, when you say, let's talk about drugs and alcohol, young people are like, oh no, let's not talk about that. They're genuinely interested, whether they're already using or thinking about it or just not interested. You know, it's a kind of cultural thing, so young people are always interested. You just got to make sure that the information you give them is relevant as well, you know, not boring, not a load of statistics, and not, you know, if you do drugs you will die and all this kind of stuff. Just the right kind of information that then piques their interest, and then they can go away and find out more, you know, or come back at you with further questions down the road a bit, you know.